Well, hello there. My name's Mr. Cack, and we're about to do something a little saucy. That's right, Rage You Nerds will be doing Beavis and Butt-head trailer reaction on this video, so please, doing. If you like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to stay up to date with all of our releases throughout the weeks, please feel free to hit that notification bell. We call it smashing the dinghy. Smash. And as always, we love you and we hope that you're having a great time and being your beautiful nerdy self. All right, enjoy.
What?
Front Relic says hello, nerds, but you know who else is cute? This guy.
Oh, yeah. Look at that smiling face right there.
The disapproval of cuteness. Called Beavis and Butt-head Do the Universe.
All right.
So let's
We're gonna lead. We're gonna lead tonight with Beavis and Butt-head.
let's just give this a little Google.
I've always liked it when I'm bigger.
And we're done. All right, here we go. This is Beavis and Butt-head Do the Universe on Paramount Plus. We're coming soon to Paramount Plus.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
The Earth sucks.
Amen.
Wait a minute. I think the floor's not working.
I feel you, man. I've been there. It's a black hole, I assume.
Look at that number up there on the billboard.
There's a 2, and then some kind of circle.
No, dumbass, not that number. That one. 69. This show sucks. It's like just these fat people standing there.
I am portfolio! I need TV for my bungle!
Who are you, fart knockers?
Amusing, yes.
Humorous, yes.
Satirical comment on the time.
Yes, amusing.
Beavis and Butt-head Do the Universe, a new movie streaming June 23rd, exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Beavis?
Oh, hell.
This changes everything.
I am utterly amazed that Beavis and Butt-head is still a thing nowadays.
Right?
But damn it, that looks funny.
You know, and the great concept is Beavis and Butt-head was, I mean, it was pre-South Park, but like it's not a spin-off of South Park, but I'm using my words, you know, anyway, like it mimics that South Park kind of dumbassery, I guess, for lack of a better word, where it was kind of like if you combined what we know now as South Park and Seinfeld, it's kind of a show about two teenage kids that do nothing, you know, and wind up in all these precarious situations, and it's just stupid. The whole point of it was just to be dumb. I'm glad they're back, and I'm actually kind of excited. And I was never a big Beavis and Butt-head fan. I watched Beavis and Butt-head Do America, and I'd seen, you know, several of the shows, or several of the episodes from when they were on the air back in was that MTV? That was MTV, wasn't it? Yeah. You know, that was MTV around the time where they're like music videos, other stuff. Music videos, other stuff. And now they're just completely like other stuff. But no, I'm stoked for this, and not because I think it's going to be great, because I think it's going to be epic. And it's not going to make any sense. It's just going to be there to make you laugh at your childhood. There's parents our age across the United States right now going, oh, son, come here. Let me tell you about Beavis and Butt-head. They're 12-year-olds that are going to be going to the movies with their middle-aged, you know, fathers and mothers to watch and be. It's like it's sort of this. It's like the opposite version of Bugs Bunny, right? Like, Bugs Bunny keeps getting passed down generation. It's like, it's wholesome fun. It's cartoons. I want to show my children that. And like all 80s and 90s babies right now that are parents are like, ha, 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 this is going to be so great. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I listen, this is gonna be an interesting adventure, that's for sure. But it's Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus has taken an interesting approach to the streaming wars. They've locked up South Park to a $900 billion contract for like 20 years worth of content after the fact of what they've already put out there for Comedy Central. So I don't know. Paramount Plus is staking an interesting claim. And honestly, I think Seth MacFarlane would love to get on it because he hates Fox. He would like to be off Fox. But I don't know. I think so. I'd rather watch this than Family Guy anyways.
Yeah. TJ, where are you at on this? Where are you at on Beavis and Butthead?
Like I said, I'm surprised it's even still a thing anymore. I mean, you gotta love that juvenile humor in it. You know, where it's just like 69.
You said butt cheeks.
You know, and then just the constant like, you know, references of something going inside something else. I mean, it's absolutely utterly dumb, but awesome all in the same.
Fair. That is very fair, young TJ.
And I never watched Beavis and Butthead. I saw Beavis and Butthead Do America, but I never watched actual Beavis and Butthead.
I think all three of us are on the same boat of that because I never had MTV growing up. I didn't have that newfangled MTV growing up.
We had VH1, exactly.
But yeah, so I did not get to necessarily enjoy the Butthead and Beavis in their actual run, but I did see Beavis and Butthead Do America, and it still makes me laugh thinking about the guy that did the kind of transition and opening and outro for Unsolved Mysteries as like the, I forget, was he an FBI agent or a Texas or like a ranger that was like hunting down Beavis and Butthead or who we thought were domestic terrorist.
Right, yeah.
And then
what was it? Alan, what was his name? Dude, Unsolved Mysteries scarred me as a child.
Kind of creepy.
This was around that same time. So I do want to say this, and I thought that was kind of fun. So like MTV, like what we know as MTV now, which is not what it was in the 80s and 90s. It was a premium channel. And at the time, we had a thing called cable, kids, you see. So like you had your basic hookup and you had your local NBC, ABC, CBS affiliates. And then there was a Fox one in there too, usually. Other than that,
hookup.
But like, you know, HBO, you know, which is still premium, but like, you know, if you're subscribed to DirecTV or Dish or Hulu Plus Live TV, whatever they call it, YouTube Live, the streaming services that air television shows, it's all part of that now. It wasn't back then. So like if you didn't have MTV in your area and where we were in the sticks, like MTV wasn't a thing. We all knew about MTV. We all wanted MTV, but we got VH1 instead. You know, so which was kind of cool there too, because we got, you know, that's part of the reason I am such a Metallica fan that I am, is I got to see an episode of Metallica behind the music. But MTV was like, for us kids in the sticks, was kind of like an unheard, kind of like a treasure trove kind of musical thing. We knew what it was. We couldn't get to it, but we knew about it because we had relatives in other places that, like, the first time I watched an episode of Beavis and Butthead, I was in Wichita, Kansas, with my family up in Wichita, Kansas. They had MTV, and I was like, they have more channels than I do. Whatever. That's also how I discovered Cinemax, by the way. But that's another story for another time. It's actually a pretty funny story. But anyways, Beavis and Butthead, that's how I got introduced to Beavis and Butthead. And I was just like, even as a kid, I was like, it's kind of funny, but like, I don't get it. And like, even now it's kind of like, it's kind of funny, but I don't know what they're doing, you know? TJ, what about like
them damn boys doing in my tool shed?
Was that like, okay, was that the kind of like, was that the catalyst for what became Hank Hill?
That was like proto Hank Hill, honestly.
Okay, yeah, it was like a Hank Hill beta.
Yeah, he kept that voice going on into Hank Hill, and honestly, it does feel like a lot of his, like, being disappointed and unsure of young people is also a character trait that carried over to Hank from Beavis and Butthead's neighbor, who received plenty at the urging of Unsolved Mystery Guys, plenty of cavity searches during Beavis and Butthead Do America. Get that man a cavity search, top to bottom. Don't leave any crevices.
So
those boys were in
Jared,
my tool shed.
Yeah.
Robert Stack is his name.
Robert Stack, yes. There was nothing more terrifying in the 80s than hearing that music. Like, it's almost like Halloween 2.0. You knew whatever you were about to watch, somebody probably died under mysterious circumstances, and it was your next door neighbor or looked just like them. And then at the end of it all, it's kind of like, and the killer has never been found. And all you're thinking of is like, is it my neighbor that's done that? And like your neighbors are like Pentecostal people. They're like, oh, they're happy. And they just every time you go out in the front porch, you're like,
TJ, were you told stories?
I was told stories long time ago.
hey,
Way back when.
stories. You don't even know about stories. I
Smash the
can tell you about the future.